Hello, this is Leslie Lee, and welcome to Simply Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. This is a pick your card reading for the July 27th lunar eclipse energy. This lunar eclipse will be in Aquarius, and it will be a blood moon. Now, disclaimer, I am not an astrologist, I'm not an astrologer. I use the zodiac signs as a way of categorizing my readings for you. I did do a lot of research on the lunar eclipse, and I do know that this is going to bring about a lot of endings, completions, new beginnings, and new opportunities. It will be a very significant and impactful time for you during this lunar eclipse. So as always, these are cards 1, cards 2, and cards 3. Go ahead and pick the cards that you're most connected to, or the crystal. The cards that you pick will represent the energy that will affect you mostly during this lunar eclipse. So, as always, let's begin with cards 1. If you pick cards 1, let's see how the lunar eclipse will affect you. Alright, let's see. The Oak King, which is the Hangman in traditional tarot, Strength, and the Fates. Nice. We'll put that here. Okay. Now, mostly what I see is with the Oak King, there's going to be a change in perspective. You're going to see some things. You're going to see the truth in things. You're going to see a different perspective in things. You're going to see people's true colors. You're going to see what may have been hidden before because you weren't looking at it the right way. This lunar eclipse is going to allow you to see things in a whole new perspective, and it will bring you strength. It will bring you confidence, and it will bring you the independence that you're looking for to go forth and get your goals, whatever your goals may be at this time. But it's definitely about looking at a situation in a different way. This also represents bringing some stabilization with patience. If you are waiting for an outcome, if you are waiting for some action, if you are waiting for something, the Oak King asks you to work on your patience. Things may be a bit slower for you at this time because that card also represents being in a stasis, being slowed down, things not moving as quick for you as you had hoped. So patience will be required from you at this time as well. It's something that you may want to practice, and trying to control a situation or trying to control an outcome might be something you want to think about letting go of during this time as well, because we are moving into a time where a lot of things will be completing, so you can start something new. As the Oak King represents with the infinity sign right there, that could also be the yin yang sign. It's that something is cyclical, something is never ending. It keeps going around and around. This is an opportunity for you to let go of something, to complete something, to end something, to open those doors for new things to come. It's like clearing away old energy, clearing away the negative energy, or clearing away the stagnant energy so you can move on to something fresh and new. And I see that with the Strength card. Strength also represents Leo in this reading. And since the blood moon will be in Aquarius, that is opposite Leo. So I believe those who are Leos and those who are Aquariuses will be experiencing the effect of this the most. But if you're not a Leo or Aquarius, or you don't have that sign in your birth chart as your moon, your ascendant, rising sign, or your sun sign, I do feel like this will still affect you. It's all about making sure the stars are aligning for you, because that's what the universe is representing. With the Fates card here, it tells me that things are going to happen for you. The right opportunities will be presented for you. You'll be at the right place at the right time. You will feel like you are progressing in the right way. You may want things to speed up. You may want things to hurry up. You may want things to be more of what it is, but that's when you have to work on your patience, because it's not going to come out and be the exact thing you were wanting, but it's going to be in your favor regardless. It's going to benefit you either way. Just understand that you have Strength and the Fates here, and that's saying a lot. That's saying that most of the opportunities you will have will be very significant, will be very influential, will be very impactful for you, that the universe is aligning things just right to get you what you need at this time. Not necessarily what you want, because what you want may be that big, grand, quick, energy, that quick thing. And the Fates is telling you it's not about what you want. at this time, but we're making sure you get exactly what you need. You're going to be placed in the right situations at the right time with the right people. You're going to hear the right things. You're going to experience the right experiences that's going to help you become what it is you're trying to become. It's going to help you get closer to the goal you're trying to achieve. It's going to help you succeed, in other words. And I do see success written all over these cards. So I think it's a beautiful thing. I'm glad you picked these cards, and I hope it will help you grow in a way that you possibly didn't know you could grow before, and open your eyes and your mind to a lot of the special, spectacular, impactful things that can happen during this blood moon. Okay, moving on to the next cards. All right, if you pick cards 2, let's see how the energy of the lunar eclipse will affect you. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and breathe. Let's make sure you can see that. Okay. So what I'm getting with these cards is definitely it's some change within either the home or career. I'm mostly feeling career during this time. I'm mostly feeling finances as well. The 4 of Pentacles talks about saving. It talks about putting money away for a rainy day. It talks about being protective of your money and not spending it too frivolously or being impulsive. 3 of Pentacles talks about working hard and working for recognition, working for praise, working for what you believe you deserve. With these cards, I feel like this is a time where you're going to be working extra hard. You're going to be working not only towards your goals, but for your income, for a gift, for abundance in money. I do feel like you'll be getting some major attention in this area, and whatever is your career, whatever is your job, whatever is your passion, whatever is a hobby that you may be getting a little bit of income from or getting some kind of payment for. It could even be a service or a product. I do feel like things are going to move forward for you in this area, but I also feel like the universe is telling you to make sure you put away some money for a rainy day. Make sure you don't spend what you get too fast. Make sure you're not impulsive in your actions and what you spend and what you give and what you put out there. Making sure you hold on to something that is very valuable for you. And that could be money. That could also be secrets. That could also be information that was given to you in confidence, that sort of thing. But I get that the universe is asking you to hold on, because with the breathe card here, the breathe card tells you to slow down, to meditate, to take things slow, to go within, to think about your actions before you do, to think about what you're going to say before you say it, to honor your body, your mentality, your health, that sort of thing. And so with all these cards in this reading, it's definitely telling you that, yes, you're going to be acknowledged for your work. Yes, you're going to be receiving recognition, praise, possibly thank yous or gifts. But you also have to balance that excitement so you don't go rush forward and give out all that you've earned, or give out all the money, or spend the money, or spend the energy that you are receiving. You know, it's about taking it slow, be calculating in how you move forward with your money and your career. It's asking you to be mindful about the work you're putting in as well. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overwork yourself. You don't want to obsess over if this is the right job for you. Are you doing enough? Are you making enough? They don't want you to get into that headspace where you start doubting yourself, or where you start pulling back your energy and not allowing it to take you forward out of fear or out of change or what have you. The breathe card, as well as the 4 of Pentacles, asks you to, yes, hold on to what's valuable, even if it's information, even if it's something you've gained as knowledge, even if it's something that you gain money-wise. Hold on to that. Don't let it go so easily. Allow it to sink in, including the praise, including the recognition that you're receiving. Allow it to sink in before you let that energy out, because this is a way of changing yourself within. This is a way of getting your mindset on what's important. You don't want to focus too much on just making money. You don't want to focus too much on the next project or completing this project or getting something out there quick or what have you. It's about slowing down. Things will happen for you naturally. Things will come to you naturally. The money, the recognition, the success, it will come to you as long as you're putting in that work. And that's what Three of Pentacles is saying, that people are watching your work. People see how hard you're working. And this is why they want to help you, support you, back you. But don't overdo it. Don't overdo anything. Don't expend too much. Don't expend too much of your energy. Don't spend too much money. Don't overdo it. It's about moderation as well. But knowing that whatever job you're doing enough. You don't have to work harder. You don't have to work longer. You're doing enough, and you will understand that when people come to you and say, thank you for your work, Definitely a big feeling about work and finances here. It can also represent the home life. It can also represent yourself, your health, and your mentality. It all applies here. Don't overdo, Okay, let's move on. All right. Come on. Okay, moving on to cards 3. If you pick cards 3, the lunar eclipse will affect you. Let's see. You have King of Chalices, the World, and No Peace Like Home. Very interesting, because I am feeling a sense of home and health here. With the King of Chalices, this can talk about a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. These cards can most affect you at this time, but if you're not a water sign or don't have a water sign as your sun, moon, or rising sign, this still can affect you. No Place Like Home talks about getting into an area where you're comfortable, getting into a space where things feel right, where you can move forward with confidence when there's no fear, because you understand the situation, you lived it, you relived it, you know it, it's comfortable, it's familiar. The World talks about being balanced, being stable, being in a situation where things aren't too much this or too much that. Everything is under control, everything is stable, everything is even and equal. I do feel those two cards alone says it's time for your home life to become stable and level. You may find lots of changes within the home. Maybe a renovation, maybe a relocation, maybe changes within the home, someone coming, someone leaving, someone moving in, moving out, that sort of thing. There can be a situation that arises that you will need to seek balance. Maybe things will be a little bit unstable for a while. Maybe you're trying to find the perfect environment, the perfect place for you to be yourself, the perfect place to kick up your feet and be comfortable. I feel this is also with health. I get that with the King of Chalices. King of Chalices talks about seeking advice from someone who could be a mentor, someone who could be a doctor, someone who could be a counselor, someone who can help you with your mind, body, and soul. It could also be a spiritual counselor. I get that with the World card. These cards are asking you to create stability, and this is what you may be focusing on at this time. This is what may come to you at this time that you need the most. You might find some things get a little unstable, get a little unbalanced, get a little chaotic, and this is where you will have to find that foundation where you feel comfortable and where you get things back under control. If this is with health, make sure you visit your doctors, make sure you listen to advice that you trust, make sure you mostly listen to your intuition. That is definitely advice you should listen to and trust. But it's all about knowing when something isn't right and finding a way to make it right. Getting into a place where you're comfortable. And if it's with health and you're not comfortable and you feel like things aren't working out fine, if you feel like there might be a problem here or there, it's time to put your attention into that. No more ignoring it, no more pushing it aside or putting it on the back burner, or I'll take care of that later, or I'm fine now, I'll deal with it when the time is necessary. This is telling you This is the time where it's necessary. It's time to get things stable. You can no longer do the things you've been doing that hasn't been working. It's time to throw that out. It's time to, oh, I just got declutter as well. Yes, you might even want to declutter your home. You might want to declutter your mind. You might be stretching yourself too thin. You might have a lot to do within the home, a lot of what I would say is junk that you might want to get rid of. And it can be physical junk like boxes in your attic or your basement, that sort of thing. But it could also be that emotional or that mental junk that keeps interfering with your well-being. And if you want balance within your physical space, within your environment and your atmosphere, and balance within your health, within your mind, within your soul, if you're searching for balance at this time, which I do believe it may be forced upon you to declutter, to clear out, to get things stable, then this is the time to do it. The lunar eclipse may be telling you that this is the time to stop putting things on the back burner and start actually putting your intention into it and getting it back the way it should be, the best way for you to feel more comfortable in your space. Now, I just want to pull a guidance card for you just to get a little bit more clarity and insight on these cards for you, for those that picked this for lunar eclipse insight. Honor. Give credit where credit is due. This is about honoring yourself, honoring your body, honoring your environment and what you've built with your own two hands, with your own heart, with your own energy. It's about making sure you respect your body and yourself and your health enough to get it stable. Focus on what's not working and to get it right, because you're not giving yourself enough credit. You're not, for lack of a better word, respecting yourself enough to fix the problems that are residing in your body and your mind and your soul. And that's what this card is telling you, that you have to know that you are good enough, that you are worthy enough, that you are valued enough to get things right. No more putting it on the back burner. You know, put yourself first and get yourself the attention and the stability you need to move forth and get exactly what it is you are searching for. So definitely put some more energy and effort into you, your mind, your body, your soul, your environment, because when you're in that right place, when you feel like home is surrounding you and encapsulating you and keeping you protected and happy and comfortable, that's when you could be at your best and perform your best. And that's what these cards are trying to tell you. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing and for all your support. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for everything. I'll have more videos like this for you soon, and I'll definitely see you soon.